Alright, here we're going to do 3 problems with dividing decimals. The first one, we have 4.6 divided by 2. So what I'm going to do is take this decimal point in the 4.6, move it right up top to be in the answer, and then I'll just ignore it and do the division like I normally would. So 4 divided by 2, well, let's see, 2 goes into 4 twice, and that gives me 4, so I subtract a 4, bring down the 6, and 2 goes into 6 3 times, and that gives me 6, so I subtract 6, no remainder, so I'm done, and my answer is 2.3. And notice that where I put the decimal point at the start of the problem is where I just leave it there, and then you just do the division around it in a way. Alright, the next problem, 4.6 divided by 0.2. The first thing I'm going to do is set it up as a division problem. And remember, if you have a fraction set up, then the number in the numerator goes inside because it's the one being divided, and the denominator goes on the outside because it's doing the dividing. So now I have 4.6 divided by 0.2, which is really close to what I have over here, 4.6 divided by just a 2. Now what we have to do to this one that makes it a little bit different is we can't divide when we have a decimal place digit. We have to move the decimal point so that there's no decimal place digit on the outside. So I'm going to move it over once to the right, and I have to balance that out on the inside by moving it once to the right also. So I've changed this now to be the division of 46 divided by 2. And the decimal point is right here, so I'll put it there and I'll put it up in the answer right above it, and then I just do the division. So 4 divided by 2, well, that goes twice, and I subtract 4, giving me a 0, bring down the 6, and 2 goes into 6 3 times, subtract the 6, no remainder. If there was a remainder, I would just bring down the next digit. In this case, I would have to add a 0. Bring it down, and I would keep doing my division like that, bringing down zeros as needed until I got a 0 remainder, or until I wanted to round off my answer. But for this problem, we're all set. The answer is 23. And the last one, we have 8.1 divided by 0.025. So the first thing we want to do is set it up as a long division problem. The number being divided goes on the inside, so that would be the 8.1. The number doing the dividing goes on the outside, 0.025. And again, I have decimal positions here on the outside, and I don't want them. So I need to move the decimal point 1, 2, 3 places to get rid of all decimal places or positions. And you have to balance that out on the inside. 1, 2, 3 places, which means we're going to be adding some zeros. So now we have 25 dividing into 8100, and the decimal point is right there on the right. I'm going to put it up in the answer and then ignore it. So let's see, 25 doesn't go into 8, but it does go into 81. It'll go 3 times, which gives us 75. So we subtract that, and let's see, 1 minus 5 we can't do, so we borrow. And we get 11 minus 5 is 6. 7 minus 7 is 0. Bring down the next number. And now we have 60. 25 fits into 60 twice, giving us 50. So we subtract 50. And that is going to give us a 10. Bring down the next digit, which is a 0. 25 goes into 100 4 times. So I subtract 100, 0 remainder. So because this is a 0 remainder, we're done. If there was other than 0, again, we would add the 0 here, bring it down, and keep going. But now we're done, and the answer is 324.